Let's just give that fuel a little bit of a mix up first. So this is the first start of the Paramotor since it's been put back together. Not sure what's going to happen. Guess we'll find out. And for those of you out there who are shouting at your screens right now, you haven't got a prop on it. That's because I don't know whether it's going to rev up to full or not. And I'm not sure if the kill switch is going to work either. So this is a little bit of trial and error today. So we're going to prime it and then see what we get. Oh, we've got fuel coming through, which is a bonus. Oh, there we go, right, out of the filter. Actually, in the manual that I've downloaded, it says prime it until you get fuel out of the air filter, which is an interesting one. Here we go, first few pulls. I have this in my hand to give it a little bit of throttle. Kill switch at the ready. Actually, I'm going to tie that off. Right, so first pulls then. Here we go. Just try and brace myself against that. Hell, I thought this would be easier to start considering I've cleaned out the decompression port and all that job, but it doesn't seem like it. It might be flooded now, there's so much fuel in it. However, like I say, hasn't been started for a very long time. Just going to check these carburetor settings just in case they're wrong. Let's give that another go. Oh Jesus, this is a bit of finesse work for sure. That's why these have got electric starters, I'm sure. That sounded a little bit more happy, didn't it? Go on, baby. Oh, after all that pulling, the friction between the rope and the pulley, it's just melted the pulley. Great. Guess I'll have to get a metal one on order then. Now that I've rinsed that pulley, let's try it from this side, shall we? Well, she run. Bit fucking smoky though. We've also got one big issue from that. We've got oil leaking from somewhere, and I'm pretty sure it's the exhaust. So on inspection, this bolt has now become loose. I imagine the other one's exactly the same. I'm going to tighten them up, start it up again and see what happens. Bit annoying that that's happened because it's now got oil all over it, which not exactly what you want. Yeah, that one's loose as well. I do wonder if this exhaust vibrates quite a lot when the engine's running, which would work these bolts loose. If that's the case, I'm going to have to put some little arms on the bottom of the exhaust just to stop it from rocking around so much. Right then, here we go, round two for the smokemobile. At least we know the kill switch works as well. Right, what I think it might be is the other side of this, the other bolt, has got a spring washer on it, which doesn't look like it's seating all the way around. It's not just a hole in this side, it's more of a U shape, and the bolt sits in like so. I think that the washer is just falling into this gap, which isn't creating a strong enough seal. So I'm going to try and find a washer to go underneath that, and then put that spring washer back on, and hopefully that'll seal it much better. Let's go and get some bits. Since we put a different wash on there, let's see if this leaks anymore then, shall we? Before we lose this daylight. Right, it looks like we've still got a little bit of a leak there, but it has improved massively. What I've got to do is, there's a little thread underneath here, and I've got some little pieces of metal that I'm just going to run from that thread to these legs to hold that in place. Hopefully that'll stop it rattling around so much and creating a leak. But it's getting a little bit dark here now, so I'll probably do that tomorrow. For you guys, that's 1 second. After much deliberation, I'm going to give up on these arms because, quite frankly, I think it's going to make the gap worse. So when this is attached to the flange here, it rocks backwards and forwards. The only thing that I can see is wrong with this is this probably isn't dead flat. The compression gasket that I put on before didn't really hold up. This stuff, rubbish. Let's try again. One of the legs that was going to have a supporting arm going to the exhaust has always been cross-threaded since I got the motor. Putting it back on, I had to use the vice grips. I think I need a holiday. Right then, let's have a look at this harness. It's not quite the same as Italy, is it? Drizzly rain, and I've got work tomorrow. Right, harness then. So here's my problem. If you look, this seat board is right into my legs. So as you run, it's knocking you off your feet. There's no way I'm ever going to be able to lean back enough to get this off the ground. I'm constantly like this. Thrust angle is going to be pointed down. And it's either going to be hard to take off or it's going to cause oscillation and I'm going to crash. So the seat board needs to be able to get up like that. Much better, much easier to run. The problem causing this is there's padding in this back of this harness which is sliding down and stopping the seat board from going right up. So I'm going to have to try and stitch that up higher or something like that. But that's what the issue is. Let's do it. So you can see how far down this padding's got if I put my hands here. So it stops here. It should be all the way up here. The rest of it's right down the bottom here. So we need to move this up here, keep it there. Let's have this harness off. Right, so if we unzip this, you can see that this foam is a little bit dusty, but it's all the way down here and it's hitting against this seat board. Right, so this needs to be sent up that way. I've got to work out a way of attaching it in place. So it might be the case that I tuck it underneath where this harness strap loops round. That might just hold it in place. That's an interesting one, because at the moment it's over the top. Let's try it, shall we? Looks like we've got a bit more space here now. Right then, let's zip her up and put her back on the paramotor. Don't know about you guys, but that looks much better than me. Well, in that case, just got to put the pulley back on. And there we have it. Just need to hang test it, run it in, and then we can go flying. So as always guys, if you like this video, let me know by giving it a thumbs up. If you've loved it, subscribe. And as always, I'll see you up in the air. Thank you very much. What am I saying?